The Power Hour with Master Kambo. Superhuman activation. I'm going to be doing a live activation. Let's see who's going to join us. Whilst we're waiting for people to join us, I'm going to do a bit of breath work. Getting a bit warmed up. How's it going, everyone? Much love. Power Hour with Master Kambo. So, if anyone's never been on one of these before, I used to do these about a year ago, and on IGTV Live. So it gives you a little bit of a flavor of what happens on my live events, because what I started to do on Instagram was sit there and do what everybody else is doing. I started to see, well, people are sitting down. I thought, okay, let me sit down, bring my energy down. So I started to play the game to bring my energy down to fit in with the rest of the social media crew. But the people that seen me from the beginning on the Mind of Matter, when I started 19 months ago, you would have seen I was really, really high energy. So I brought my energy down to fit in, because I was scaring people. So I thought, okay, wait for my account to grow. That was when it was about 10,000 followers. Now it's 72,000 followers. I thought, okay, it's time to bring the real me back. Because I had to hide my fire. So everyone has a fire within. Everyone is very, very fucking powerful, right? But to fit in with society, you have to bring yourself down. You know you've got it. Everyone's got it. You can feel it within. There's a fire within. You know there's a power in you that you can't express. Many people have got it. Many people know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone has this fire within. You can feel it in your belly. You can feel it in your heart. You know deep within there's a great power within you. A great, great power. Because God is in you. God created this whole fucking universe. So God created this whole fucking universe. You, me, and everyone in it, and all the animals, the plants, the trees, and everything. God is in you. So if God isn't powerful, then who the fuck is? So, you got to remember who you are. Cool, everyone. We got some people here. I'm going to wait for a few more people to join us. We only just getting started. My fucking tripod's broken, because when I used to stand up, so I'm having to stand a bit awkward, but if I stand too far, then you're going to get too much of an echo. And I hate using that microphone. You know, people go like this. I hate doing that shit. Talking to their, the microphone. Get it all over social media. You shouldn't be doing this. Right, guess who's coming in? So we're going to do some techniques. We're going to get activated. So superhuman activation power hour. What's the time? Okay, it's only 5 o'clock. It's only, I was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. So if anyone just joined in, welcome to the superhuman activation power hour with Master Kambo. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you know who I am, welcome again. But remember, today we're going to be doing some techniques. Okay, we're not just going to be sitting here not doing any techniques. We're going to be doing techniques. Okay, feel free to invite some people in. So I said I'm starting at 5 p.m. So I'll give it 5 minutes before we actually start the techniques. Yeah, you're right. Lola Joy, just start. Those are supposed to be here will be here. Well, we have sort of started because I've just been talking. And I've just done some breath work and I've just done some moving meditation, some Qigong. So you're ready to be activated. Good stuff. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this first.
The person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me.
No idea who you are or what you do. Oh, you're not a follower. Welcome. You'll get an idea. Just keep watching. I'll put a show on for you.
It's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have.
There you are.
Your country and
Q131. You asked for me to show you some physique, so I'll just give you a little glimpse.
Your environment. Do something about it.
Hey, the Vanch.
If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. But the truth is, you have time. You have the skill. You have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with challenge. Everything is uphill at this point. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap. And it's not going to be something that, oh God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
It's my time. It's my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your brain. If we want it to happen, we trip one up and make it happen. If we want it to happen, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season.
Okay, I'm not really taking any questions or comments because I'm going to do some training right now. Q131 asked me to show my physique, so I showed him my bicep or her. Explain your understanding of consciousness. Well, let me quickly give you a little glimpse of what consciousness is. There's only one wave of there's only one ocean of consciousness. Everything else is a wave in that ocean. When everything disappears from Maya, existence, illusion, it goes back to the ocean. So we are the waves in the ocean. When we go back to that ocean, but we are always a part of that ocean. One ocean separated into many minds. One love separated into many hearts. That's my little teeny weeny example of what consciousness is. Unity consciousness. There is no separation. There is no individual. There is no me. It's all a fucking illusion. When you understand who the fuck you are, and you are actually the ocean pretending to be the wave, you start to believe you're the wave. And when you start to believe you're the wave, you lose connection with your soul and your true essence, which is one love, one divine consciousness. One divine consciousness. One love. That's why I put one love on every single one of my posts. One love, Master Kambo. Because there's only one fucking love. And it's separated into everyone's heart. That's why you have to open your heart to connect with the divine essence of what truly is. This is why loving others and loving yourself is more important than any fucking thing else. Stop loving cars, loving houses, loving things, loving jewelry, loving fucking material things. Love one another, and you will feel what divine consciousness is. Because love is God. Okay, so we're going to start with the first technique. First technique is going to be, we're going to do a Huh. Exhalation. We're going to start with technique, so this is going to get you activated. So the first technique is a Huh, right? So you're breathing out, exhaling with the Huh. So start. Stand up if you can. If you can't stand up, make sure your spine is up, correct, straight, okay? Don't strain yourself. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down, not like this, okay? Because you're going to give yourself a fucking neck ache, okay? Keep your shoulders always relaxed and back. Relaxed, not relaxed and forward, relaxed and back. That's a basic Qigong posture, right? Relaxed back, head looking straight ahead. Okay, looking straight ahead. A little bit up, a little bit down is okay, okay? So you don't have to get a fucking ruler out and measure how straight is my head, as long as it's straight, okay? Okay, so just try to look. I obviously have to, I have to look a little bit down right now because I'm looking at you guys and my phone happens to be a little bit down here. It's not actually straight, so I'm gonna look a little bit down, but we should be looking straight when we do this, so you guys can look straight. Okay, so what we wanna do is exhale and make the sound of Ha. Ha, okay, with a H-A, ha, 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 and really shout it out, okay, like really express it from your heart, from your chest, from your middle dantian, this is the middle energy center, okay, we want to express that. This is the energy center which stores all your emotions and your feelings, okay, this is the energy center that stores all your thoughts and your ideas and your imagination, okay, the upper dantian. Okay, this is Qigong, okay, because I'm a Qigong master, right? So I'm going to be teaching Qigong. So this is the lower dantian. This is your navel. This is where your prenatal chi sits. This is where your life force actually is. This is why you can actually stay alive. This is what keeps you alive when you go to sleep at night. This is why your mother, when you was in your mother's womb, your umbilical cord was here. This is where it's chopped off. Because that's what fed you life when you didn't have any life initially. So you have that prenatal chi. Those 9 months you spend in your mother's womb gives you the prenatal chi. So when you come into this life, you've got enough life in you to live with. Get it? So it's passed on from your parents. So this is a very important energy center to connect with. Okay? But when we're doing a lot of the breath work, and because this is your prenatal chi, but your chi that you bring into your body comes into your heart, the middle dantian, and then we store it here. So this is the storehouse. This is where we harness the chi. We harness the chi in the center. We store it here where the chi is. So you cannot get any more prenatal chi, but you can get postnatal chi. Postnatal chi is what you get from food, drink, nutrition, from breath, okay, so breathing, this is why we do a lot of breath work, life force energy, because chi is life force energy, vital life force energy, but you're born with life force energy, that's why you're alive, okay, that's here in your navel, right, and that flows all around your body, but the chi energy is all around this empty space around you, okay, that's why when we breathe in, it comes from the empty space, comes from the empty space. You can't see it, but that's the life force energy you cannot see with these two eyes. You can only see it with your third eye. Okay, so when you do the practices enough, you'll see the energy. You'll see the energy. The only way to see energy is to practice life force energy work, because it's the practicing of sensing and feeling with the life force energy, working with it, that you're going to actually learn to see it, because it's going to actually, you're going to know it's there, so you're going to create the visuals. Right? So what we want to do is work with this center here at the moment when we're doing the ha breath work. So ha, 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 ha. Really make the noise. Make the noise. Ha, 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 ha. Your head should move forward a little bit. So if you watch me from the side, ha, 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 ha. The stomach goes in when I make the noise. Ha, ha. So on the the stomach goes in. That's the exhalation. Ha, 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 ha. Repeat that around 20, 30 times. Okay, I'm going to put some music on. I'll do it as well. That's the first technique. Ha, 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 if you feel like it's too much, because you're going to feel it, you're going to feel like, fuck, I feel this. If you feel it too much, just stop. All right. Next one. Now we're going to turn it to ha. So instead of ha, it's going to be a huh, 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 huh. Okay. You can do it on beat. That I always do everything on beat. My Qigong, I move to the beat. Because there's Qi in music. That's why I always use my breath work. And if you come on my online courses, on my events, I'm always using music, because there's Qi in music. That's why you can feel it. That's why people feel music. You feel it in your soul, because there's Qi in music. There's life force in music, because I put energetic music on, it gives me life. I put relaxing music on, it makes me relax. So it's actually controlling your state of mind. So yes, try to hit the beats if you can. Okay, not essential right now, but I do. I like to breathe to the beats, and I like to move to the beats. So this time it's ha, 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 ha. Last time it was ha, ha. We done ha, ha, ha. Okay, now it's a ha, ha. It's a H-U-H kind of sound, right? Ha, ha. Same thing with this dantian, middle center. Now, just do this one probably 10 to 20 times. Don't overexert yourself. If you feel like it's really taking your energy, okay, just stop, okay, because the energy will come in once you stop the technique. That's enough to start you feeling a little bit of awakening. Just feel a bit different. Okay, you don't need to know exactly what the fuck is that I feel. You don't need to know. Just fucking flow with it. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't be scared, because you're going to feel a little bit disorientated in a few minutes. Okay, as you keep doing this. Okay, your mind's going to get a little bit dizzy. Okay, you're going to feel like you're fucking going out of body. Okay, because this is the power of the fucking techniques I teach. Seriously. Okay, so you're going to actually, most of the time when I do my live courses, my live events, like the Superhuman Activation event, the Energy Mastery event, now they are online courses. You can get them on themindofmatter.com. Basically, people have out of body experiences right there and then on those days. So because of the way I use life force energy, because keep in mind, I've been mastering life force energy for 30 years. This hasn't come overnight. Okay, so I only teach you the cream of the crop techniques. I've been through all of the pranayamas, the qigong tech. I've done so many different forms of qigong, tai chi, kung fu, pranayama, yoga, that I've just put the best of the best together. Even Wim Hof. So, sorry, I see the comments coming in, guys, but I'm just doing more of a practical today, so I'll have a look through them later. So this time we've done the huh, right? So now we're going to bring the energy down a little bit, because that was more of a yang state. So I want you to feel there's yin and yang. Okay, so what we just got into there was more of a yang state and more of an energized state. So you actually should feel powered up. You should feel powered up. You should feel energized, because those are yang energy mantras and breathing techniques. So now just take a few deep breaths in through the nostrils, okay, and into your lower dantian. Okay, just connect with the chi center here, the middle center, the lower center now, because we just worked with the middle center. So we're going to work with the lower center now, just to get a little bit relaxed, because that was a bit overexerting, but I want you guys to get a bit fired up initially. Now I'm going to take you back into yin. So now this is going to be a bit slower. So I put some slower music on as well. So now I want you to breathe in through the nostrils, but slowly, really slowly, and then breathe out through the mouth. Okay, don't count how long you breathe in for. Don't count how long you breathe out for. You only want to be fully inhaling and fully exhaling. So however long it takes to fully inhale and to fully exhale. These people that teach you breath work, telling you to count how long you breathe in for and breathe out for, are teaching you how to breathe in correctly. Okay, Qigong is there's 3 corrections in Qigong. One of them is breath correction. The other one is body correction, which is posture and nutrition and everything related to the body. But then there's also mind correction. So we have to correct the mind, the body, and the breath, because most people don't belly breathe. So if you watch me breathe in through my nostrils, you're going to notice my belly goes out. Okay, and as I exhale, it goes in. So as I inhale, it goes out. That's belly breathing. If you don't belly breathe and you chest breathe, you're only filling the upper half of your lungs with oxygen. So you're missing out. Every breath you take, you're missing out on life force energy. So correcting your breathing is the first thing you have to do. Okay, so I've belly breathed most of my life, because I started doing Qigong in Kung Fu at 14 years old. So I fell out of it a little bit, because I probably belly breathed up until around 7 or 8 years old, because most human beings do. But then bad habits get you out of that, and it's probably looking at everyone else not belly breathing, but somehow subconsciously you pick it up and you stop belly breathing and you start chest breathing. So I corrected that when I was 14 years old, and I've been belly breathing since. So basically what that allows for you to do is to get the right amount of oxygen and breath and life force energy that you're supposed to, because most people don't have energy because they're not breathing properly. So first thing is correcting your breath to belly breathing, and making sure that you're doing inhales and exhales without any breath retention. So the inhale, soon as a gap occurs, it goes straight into the exhale. Okay, so you need to try to visualize it sort of looping in. Right, so my stomach will come out, and then as you exhale, looping back out. So in, out. In, it will spiral in. So the actual energy itself coils in, and then it coils back out. So life force energy with breath, what it does, it comes in and it coils here in your lower dantian, and then as you exhale, it uncoils and then comes back up. So that's the spiraling waveform. Okay, that is the form of the divine and all life force energy. All life force energy. That's why when I do Qigong, and you guys saw it at the beginning, all my movements are spiraling. They are all waves, because life force energy only moves in waves and spirals. This is why your brains are brain waves. Okay, your brain has brain waves. This is why your heart has a heart rate variability. It's waves. This is why music has waveform. You put music into software, it's waves. Everything is waveform frequency. There is nothing that isn't. Everything is a waveform frequency. So life force energy only flows in waves and spirals. So all breath work is spiraling and waveforms. Okay, all Qigong is spiraling and waveforms. All spiraling waveforms. Okay? There is no other way life force flows. So if you're not moving in waves and spirals, you're not following the life force energy. So we're going to do just a inhale through the nostrils. So remember, the stomach goes out, so breathe into the stomach, because that lifts the diaphragm and it fills all your lungs with oxygen. So you need to correct your breathing. So just do that 20 times. And as you exhale, make sure you exhale fully, so the stomach should go right in. Right? Exhale fully. So in. Belly breathing, belly diaphragmic breathing, yes. You'll notice I'm using my hand as I do it, but don't hold your breath. Let it go straight to the exhale, okay? As soon as you've inhaled enough. So just take the inhale as far as it goes and then hold it a little. It's just going to be a little, like a second. But it should be cyclical, okay? Because this is why people get into the bad habit of they're just like unconsciously holding their breath. Okay, if you ever find yourself unconsciously holding the breath all the time, okay, you need to do this technique to correct your breathing, because you should not be unconsciously holding your breath as you're going along and about your day. You should not be doing that. So if you're just like sitting there doing stuff and you're like, you shouldn't be doing that, okay? So you shouldn't be doing like just sitting there holding your breath. Okay, and a lot of people do it unconsciously. Ask yourself if you're doing it and be truthful, because if you are, you need to correct that, because that in itself will lower your existence in this life. It will shorten your lifespan massively, because that in itself, the incorrect breathing, is what will lead to all sorts of disorders, mental, physical. That in itself, because the world doesn't breathe properly, that's why we have all the problems we do. Most of it's just incorrect breathing. So fixing your breathing, and then your mind, because your mind needs to be still. Your mind needs to be in this moment, okay? It shouldn't be going past the future, because that's illusion. It doesn't exist anyway. Okay, even this is illusion, this and now, right? The Maya is illusion. This is the now is also illusion. What's true? The only true thing is presence. Presence. The witnessing presence. The witness, the observer of all that is. That's you. That's the true you. The witness and observer of all that is. Not even this body. Even this body isn't you. This is an avatar that you began to believe you are whilst you're in this dream. So we've done the Huh breath exhalation. We've done the Huh exhalation. Okay, now we're going to do another technique. We'll do the 4-step Kambo breathwork framework. Okay, before we do that, how are we doing for time? Okay, so we're doing pretty well. So what we'll do, we'll put I'll put some music onto this one. Okay, before we go ahead and do the next technique, okay, what I want you to do is actually just practice a little bit of belly breathing. Okay, so in through the nostrils, stomach comes out. Okay, in as much as you can. Don't count how long you inhale for. Do not count how long you exhale for. Fully inhale, fully exhale. Okay, in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Okay, let's put a song on.
Get up. Enough is enough. Get up.
Because this is a superhuman activation and it's about being powered up, I'm going to put something motivational on. There's no reason you can't do breathwork to motivational stuff. I do it all the time.
Get up. Enough is enough. Get up. Let the plan. Fight for the life you must have. On the ground, but you don't have to stay there. The view from the top will be worth it. Because you know how it feels at the bottom. Get up. I gotta get it. Never too much, never give up until I'm finished.
When it gets a bit too much, just stop and breathe normally and then just start again. So once it feels like you're getting a little bit, you feel like it's just a little bit uncomfortable, just stop the deep inhalation and exhalation. Stop, breathe normally for a little while and then start it again. Okay, just for maybe a 5 to 10 breath. Okay, you play with it, It's always important to play with life force energy. No one should tell you. The way that I teach people is I teach them frameworks so they can play with life force energy within the framework. It's not really systematic, because if it's systematic, how the fuck are you going to flow with life force energy? It's impossible. You can't. It can't be systematic. It can't be, do this for 5 seconds, do this for 10 seconds. No, fuck that bullshit. You can't. Well, don't work like that. Life force energy don't work like that. Life force energy has its own rules. You have to follow the rules of the life force energy.
But there's nothing I can't survive. Rejuvenate and revive. Back on my feet and start climbing. And yeah, go get it. Always gonna act like tennis. Gotta reach it like Tetris. Step by step, keep stepping. The beach just temporary. Coming out from the cemetery. Some belief is necessary. Whatever comes next, I'm ready. Yeah, I won't be stopping now. I might be never down, but I'm not never down. You will never hold me down.
Right, I think it's time. Time for the intensity to build up. But before we do that, a bit more motivation. No retreat, no surrender. I bet some of you have had some hard times, right? Anyone here had some hard times? Anyone been through some pain and suffering? Anyone? Well, I'll tell you I have, right? I've been through lots of pain and suffering. Just to give you a bit of an insight, I lost my father when I was 7 years old, lost my brother when he was only 43. I've got 2 slip discs in my back, so it causes me a lot of pain. I'm standing up doing this, man. I still go to the gym. I still do my Qigong because that's how I heal myself. I've got 2 slip discs in my spine. Some people would be in a fucking wheelchair if they had that, right? It hurts. Okay, but I get through the pain. I heal the pain through my Qigong and my life force energy work. I was labeled with depressive disorder, emotionally unstable disorder, right? Emotionally unstable personality disorder, depressive disorder, right? I went through the pain and suffering of overcoming that. I had to go overcome cocaine and alcohol addictions, okay? So I've overcome addictions. I've overcome depression. I've overcome suicide. I've overcome my brother dying, my father dying. I've overcome the pain and the suffering that I'm still in with a physical disability. So how do I overcome this shit? I stay motivated and I keep working with life force energy. L4, L5, that's the same. That's exactly what I've got. It's Guido. Yeah, man, you heal it with your energy. Makes a massive difference, right? I mean, my pain is like a half out of 10. Before I started really working, because I do Qigong and life force energy work all the time, but you got to target the area, okay? You know what I mean, it's Guido, right? You got to target the area for you to heal it. So you can heal yourself, man, with your mind and, you can do it, man. You can do it when you understand life force energy. You can heal yourself. I had a neurological disorder 11 years ago. I had sharp shooting pains all over my body. The doctors told me I had high anti-GAD antibodies, usually in diabetics, but I'm not diabetic, so I don't know why I had it. They still told me it was going to lead to stiff person syndrome. Now, my dad died of ALS. He got it when he was 26 years old. He passed away when he was 32 years old. Okay? Motor neuron disease. So I was petrified, but these are the doctors telling me this shit. I said, fuck you. I'm not playing your games. You're just filling me with fear. Look up stiff person syndrome. That's what they said I was heading towards. That's a person that can't even fucking move their body. 11 years later, I'm completely fine because I do my Qi energy work. So that's pain, suffering that I've been through. Because what I do, I don't retreat. I'm a fucking martial artist and I don't surrender. I don't retreat and I don't surrender. I don't give a fuck what it is. I won't ever give in. Right? So listen to this song. Listen to the lyrics. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and listen to the lyrics.
From a deep sleep, you awaken to your daily battleground. Another round with life, and by the end of the day, you're broken, battered, and beaten down. You're slowly losing your mind, and you keep checking the lost and found, hoping for a profound moment that gives you the strength to mentally and physically rebound. You were once bound and determined to block out all of the noise and all of the background sounds. But life sniffed out the fear in your soul like a bloodhound and turned your smiles into frowns and changed your happiness into tears of a clown. And as you stand in a trance spellbound, that's when I come up and tap you on the shoulder. And when you turn around, I say it's time for you to turn your life around. I say it's time for you to get back up because life just knocked you down. I say it's time for you to swim because you're about to drown. I say it's time for you to human up, my friend, and stand your ground. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. I need you to remember you have a God-given right to be a member of the next level society. And that means you must fight through the anxiety. That means you must never concede and go down quietly. That means you have to ignite your inner flames and show life that you are explosive and fiery. I know you come from what you perceive as nothing. I know you come from a home where there was never much hugging and you never felt much loving. I know your childhood is filled with memories of dream crushing. They told you you would never amount to much of nothing. And up to this point you've been proving them right. Up to this point you've shown very little fight. Up to this point you keep walking in darkness and avoiding the light. Up to this point you've been blind. But today, my friend, I'm your optometrist because I'm about to give you sight. No retreat, no surrender, no retreat, no surrender. You're at war with life, and life does not fight fair. Life can care less about your daily stress and all your crazy mess, your failure to progress, your lack of success, the fact that you're not living your best. I need you to dig deep into the depths of your heart and remind yourself that your heart is not stopped yet, and that means you haven't dropped yet, and therefore you refuse to throw in the towel. Life is simply trying to beat you down and put you to the test. No retreat, no surrender, no retreat, no surrender. I know you come from what you perceive as nothing.
Keep listening.
I know you
get better.
come from a home where you never got much hugging.
Close your eyes, listen.
I know your childhood is filled with memories of dream crushing. They told you you would never amount to much of nothing. All of the fear and hatred in your heart, it's time for you to disown it. The inner child of your past, you have totally outgrown it. Don't you get it? The best of you is already inside. You've just never shown it. But what life failed to realize is that because of everything you've been through in your past, all of the setbacks, heartbreaks, failures, losses, you are prepared for any and everything life could possibly throw at you. So after a series of vicious body blows from life, you come back with a flurry of jabs and a wicked uppercut, and you look life dead in the eye, and you scream, no retreat, no surrender, no retreat, no surrender, because you remember that the champion that resides inside is now primed and ready to be unleashed to the world, and all of the pressure has formed a diamond, and the timing is impeccable for this incredible transformation from the basement to greatness. So please pardon the lateness, but I heard a wise man say, better late than never. So no matter what the weather, the storms of the past have made you wiser and more clever. You just have to know your worth and never let no human walk in the face of this earth tell you different. You are royalty. Against all odds, you can, you will, and you must overcome. Never fear and persevere. This is a great day to win.
Right, that's called No Retreat, No Surrender. I've actually got that on one of my motivational playlists. So anybody that's just joined us, we've been doing a superhuman activation hour. So we've done most of the techniques, but we've got one more left. So you'll feel free to join in, but ideally you should do it from the beginning. So the next technique, we're going to do the 4-step Kambo Breathwork framework. I'm going to leave you on a high. Okay, so you're actually going to get a little bit high on breathwork. Who wants to get a little bit high on breathwork? It's the only drug I take, man. Life force energy. That's why, yeah, man. That's why they call me Master Kambo, Seator. Yeah, we'll save it, dude. I will save it. Good stuff. It's Guido. Papaya girl, much love. Good, good, good. This is the kind of thing that I do on my live events. Okay, if anyone's ever been on my live events, this is the kind of thing I used to do on Instagram when I first started, but I stopped because I thought I was a little bit too much for everyone. So that was my own demons inside, right? So I thought time to bring Master Kambo back, the real me. Stop sitting down and trying to be like every fucking one else, right? Show who you truly are, okay? Because I only show it really on my live events, and I sort of went into a bit of a shell here on Instagram for social media because I thought I was too much for people. So that was my own limitations. I thought I was too much for people to handle. Okay, I was scaring people. That's what I was telling myself. So I thought, let me hold myself back. Okay, but when you come to my live events, you'll know, like, this is just 1 hour. We've only done 39 minutes, right? You know, imagine 18 hours of this. Okay, because I've got superhuman activation online event and energy mastery course on themindofmatter.com. There's 18 hours of practical and a 30-day action plan. Right, so next song we're going to use, it's going to be high vibing breathwork, right? So let me teach you the technique. Okay, there's 4 steps to the Kambo Breathwork framework. You can actually get it for free. There's a free course on themindofmatter.com. It's an 8-module course, so feel free to get it and go through it yourself later. I'm going to just tell you what it is, okay? So 4 steps to the framework. Okay, first step, we focus on the full exhalation out. So, and it's through the mouth, okay? So you're blowing. So imagine like you're trying to blow something away and it's just not moving, and you're really trying to blow it away and it's not moving. So this is for releasing energy, right? Releasing unwanted energy. So step 1 is for that, releasing unwanted energy. So we're going to blow out really forcefully, and just try this, okay? And as you blow out, I want you to move your hands down like this, okay? So it's better if you're standing, but if you're sitting, you can still do it. But you want to push energy down your central channel. There's a central channel in yoga, they call it Sushumna channel. In Qigong, we call it the Hara line, okay? The Hara channel. And that basically is where the energy flows up and down, okay? That's where the energy transmits the signals from one energy center to the other. So the 3 dantians in Qigong, so the lower dantian, middle dantian, and upper dantian that we spoke about earlier when we did the breath work. And then, of course, your 7 body chakras as well. So we're going to work through all of that, okay, when we use this breath work. So we work through the whole central channel. So firstly, what we do, we want to, any blockages, we exhale it out, okay? And we only need 10 to 20 full exhalations. Okay? This doesn't even take long. Just 10 to 20 full exhalations, because we're gonna put a lot of intensity into it. Okay, and this is a Qigong breath work, not really a yoga breath work. It's more of a Qigong sort of, Qigong inspired a little bit by Wim Hof, you could say, okay? But it's mine. It's called Kambo Breathwork Framework. It's a part of the Commotion Qigong system. So I created this 4-step framework based upon like 30 years of different practices, okay? This is like a go-to technique, like if you just want to get a bit of energy, and you just want great for first thing in the morning. Like instead of like, as soon as you get out of bed, because no one likes to really just get going straight away. Like a lot of people like struggle initially, like when they get out of bed, like, you know, to get some energy, and a lot of people could then opt for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea to like really wake themselves up. Try this instead. Like try, you know, once you've had your shower, try the breath work. Okay, or even before you have your shower, do it first thing. Like soon as I get out of my bed, the first thing I do is this technique. As soon as I get out, as soon as I jump out of my bed, I stand by my window and I open the curtains and I do this technique. So, and I do it throughout the day if I need a bit more energy. Like before I start this live or before I do a presentation, I will do this breath work. This is the breath work that gets me vibing high. So this is not for relaxation, okay? This is for yang state, okay? There's too much stuff on yin state. That's why I share yin and yang stuff. So we done the yang first, then we went into yin, okay? Yin is the relaxed state, okay? Peaceful, blissful, relaxed state, okay? But you can be in yang and still be at peace. You can still be expressed, you can still be alive and still be at peace. That's what I fucking want. I don't want to be only at peace when I'm in meditation. That's bullshit. You want to live in meditation, right? I don't want to only find peace by meditating. Fucking bullshit. I want to be in peace when I'm living. So with these techniques, you get the best of both. You'll have the blissful, peaceful, zen-like state, but you'll live with it. You don't only get it in meditation. Because let's face it, we spend more time fucking living than anything else. So why not learn to live properly? Why be a pussy? Why live in alignment with your lower self when there's a higher self waiting for you to just fucking wake the fuck up? You know? So this breath work, full exhalation out. Okay, and we're going to use the hands. So step one is this. Exhaling out through the mouth. You're only focusing on the exhale. The inhale happens as an afterthought. There's never there's no gap in between it. Okay, apart from the natural gap. So you're not holding the breath anywhere. Okay, so it's just a full exhalation out and then the inhale happens automatically. Okay, so you only focus on the full exhalation. No, this is not Wim Hof. This is Kambo breathwork. My own breathwork. I've been a Qigong breathwork practitioner and meditation guru. I've been doing it for 30 years. So I've got my own techniques, which I teach, which, as I just said, inspired by pranayama from yoga, Qigong, because that's what I do mostly. And Wim Hof. I've done Wim Hof. I've been on his course. So I do the cold showers. You know, that's from Wim Hof. But yes, he don't do Qigong. Okay, his breathwork is... his breathwork, I don't even know, you know, for a lot of people, it's very intense. It's barbaric. So it's good. It's good. But, you know, I would say you need more than that because it's more intense, barbaric, yang state only breathwork. So that's why I teach yin and yang, because you want both. You can't just be yang. You need yin as well. So that's why we do yin breathwork too. Yin is relaxed breathwork. Okay, you need yang as well. So the belly breathing is just like a yin. Okay, that's just correcting your breathing. You need to correct your breathing before anything fucking else. You need to correct your breathing. Make sure you're belly breathing. The problem with Wim Hof stuff is that he doesn't emphasize the importance really of belly breathing so much. So people end up doing it wrong and doing chest breathing with the same barbaric method, which is wrong. So let's put that correct first. So Wim Hof, but the cold therapy stuff, brilliant. I have a cold shower. I had a cold shower before I started this. Everyone can be my student, man. That's why I'm here. Mindofmatter.com. That's where my courses are. I do one-to-one coaching as well. But this is it. Okay, so step one of the framework. So this is it again. Fully exhale with intensity, okay? Because when I put the music on, I want you to really go for it. Because otherwise, the more you go for it, the more intensity you put into it, the more energy you're going to get back. Okay? Then we're going to do step two, which is full inhalation in. And this time the hands go up. And the head goes up. You see the head? The tongue goes on the roof of the mouth because it activates the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. Okay, this is a Qigong technique. The tongue has to go on the roof of the mouth because there's a minor chakra It's basically an acupoint. In Qigong, we have acupoints. So we've got the meridians, we've got the acupoints. So acupoints are pressure points. So there's a pressure point, it's like a button. So when you put your tongue at the roof of your mouth, okay, anywhere at the roof of your mouth, but it should be just a little bit behind your teeth, okay? So just practice that because you need to do the tongue on the roof of the mouth, okay? Otherwise, it's not going to work, okay? Not as well anyway. So you can do this. It's bullshit, okay? You don't want to breathe like that through the mouth, okay? You need to filter the breath too. This is why your nostrils have hairs in it. It filters the breath. So when you put the tongue at the roof of the mouth, it filters the breath. It activates the right pressure point, and it also activates the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. Because when we do step 2, we're actually bringing we're actually going to bring the cerebral spinal fluid up the spine. And actually, by the time you've done about 10 to 20 inhalations, you're going to feel the pressure at the back of your head because it's going to be adding pressure against the crystals on your pineal gland. So you're actually going to feel it. When you feel it, then you hold your breath, okay? Try to aim for about 20 seconds with the breath retention, okay? If it gets too much, just stop, okay? Because you will get lightheaded and dizzy. So the breath retention bit is going to be step 3 of the framework. So the exhalation, step 1. The inhalation, step 2. The breath retention, step 3. Step 4, the last step of the framework, is focusing on inhaling and exhaling, but really slowly like this, through the mouth. But you use your hands as well. So this is Qigong. That's why we're always using the hands, because the hands have minor chakras on there, which guide life force energy. Life force energy can be guided. So if you do the breath work without the hands, you're missing the magic. This is why Qigong breathwork, especially my style, is so much more powerful than pranayama itself, because I don't use the hands. So, and the hands speed up the whole process of the life force energy work. Because you use your fucking hands to feel things. Use your common sense. What? I want to pick up my water. Fucking hands. I don't use my nostrils, right? I want to feel something in my hands. I want to feel my face. I want to feel my kids. I want to feel anything. I use my hands. Common sense. Don't use my feet. I use my fucking hands. This is why in Qigong, the hands are so important. We're born with 2. Why? Yin, yang. Why is there 2 sides of the body? Because one side is yin, one side is yang. It's the balance. You've got to bring it all into balance. One hand controls the yin, one hand controls the yang. In yoga, they don't do this. But with Kambo breathwork and commotion Qigong, we do this because I bring yoga, Qigong, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and music and everything else together. So the left hand controls the Ida Nadi, which is the divine feminine. The right hand controls the Pingala Nadi. So there's 2 snakes for the Kundalini awakening. One is the left hand, one is the right hand. You control the left snake with the left hand. You control the right snake with the right hand. But you have to guide the fucking snakes. Right? So, step 1, full exhalation now. Okay? So I'm just going to show you just a couple of exhalations. So this is going to be it full, all 4 steps now. Okay? This is the climax at the end. So you've got stand up. If you can do this standing up, please put your phone somewhere where you can do it standing up. You know the practice now. So I've told you the technique. So I'm just going to show you one more time. So try to stand up when you do it, because when I put the music on, for you to feel it fully, you need to stand up. That's why when you go to the free course on themindofmatter.com, you'll see me doing it standing up. Okay, I was a bit more overweight because it was about 1.5 years ago I recorded that. But hey, it's still good. All right, so full exhalation out, hands going down. Do that around about 10 times. Don't worry if you do it 9 or 11. You don't have, your soul's not going to fucking give you a bad mark for doing it 11 times instead of 10, okay? It's an approximate, right? Okay, and when you do the full inhalation in, around 10 times. That's all it takes. Only 10 exhalations, 10 inhalations, 20-second breath retention, and then 5 inhales and exhales at the end. That's all the Kambo breathwork framework is. Because I don't know about you, I don't like things that take fucking too long. I like quick, easy, effective. That's what I fucking like. Quick, easy, effective. This is the most quickest, easiest, most effective breathwork you can do for energy. I guarantee you. Just try it and feel it. Because I spent 30 years fucking doing them. This is the cream of the crop breath work. So we ready? I'm going to put the music on. You know the technique, right? This is the cream of the crop breath work. Anybody that's just joined in, you missed the rest of this session, it will be posted up because this is the last technique. But don't miss out. You can still join in. So full exhalation out. Remember, the head going down a little bit. You're guiding the life force energy down the Sushumna channel. Down. There's a tube of energy, okay? Full of energy. You're guiding it down. You're letting go. This is the letting go part. Then you're going to inhale. So step 1 is letting go of all the bullshit. Step 2 is bringing in all your power. Bringing in your life force. Bringing in who the fuck you truly are. Step 2. Step 3 is embracing who the fuck you are by holding your breath and embracing the feelings and the sensations that the life force energy is going to give you. And remember, the cerebral spinal fluid would have already traveled up your spine by then, and you'll get the pressure at the back of the head. When you feel the pressure, that's when you hold the breath. You're going to get lightheaded. You're going to get dizzy. Okay. The more you do it, okay, you'll get used to it. So if at any time it feels too much, just stop. Don't carry on. Okay. And, but do it standing up if you can. Okay. Don't hold for 20 seconds if you think it's too long. Okay. I used to say 20 to 30 seconds for starters for most people, because most people can do it. Okay. But don't worry if you can't hold for 10 seconds. Just do fucking 5 or 10. Just hold for as long as you can, but try to aim for at least 20 seconds with the step 3. All right. So now we're going to do it. I'm going to put the music on so you know the technique. Any questions before we start? Any questions? No. Good. So we will put some music on. Okay, it's going to be higher vibrational music because it's going to make you feel good. You want to feel superhuman, right? So ready? You know it. Get ready to do it. I almost forgot. By the way, when you're standing up, the Qigong stance is shoulder width apart. Your feet shoulder width apart, just natural. Probably pointing out a little bit, okay, just natural, okay. Just keep them shoulder width apart and have a little bend in the knees. So you probably can't see my knees, but a little bit of a bend, just a little bit of a bend, because what that does, it just opens up the groin area and it helps you connect with the Earth Star chakra, which is below your feet. Okay, it helps you ground basically. Okay, so it's a stance. Qigong stance is basically like this. Like imagine, like, you know, a little bit of a gap there. Okay, so it helps you root the spine properly and the lower spine. But just make sure, like, try to have this stance where you're basically sitting a little bit on something. Like imagine there was like a stool there, so you're like just basically resting your ass on it. That's what you do. You're just resting your fucking ass on this stool, right? Just like that. Okay, that will give you the right position. Just keep your spine as straight as possible when you do it and keep your head up. Okay, that's it. Ready, steady, time to go. So the full exhalation out, step 1, right? Remember the hands going down. Okay, full inhalation in, step 2. Okay, 10 times. Okay, 10 times step 1, 10 times step 2. You're only focusing. So when you focus on the full inhalation in, remember the full inhalation in used to be through the mouth with the tongue out the roof of the mouth. That's why it makes this noise. Okay, and really bring it in with some intensity. The tongue, without the tongue, you won't get the intensity. You need the intensity. That's what makes the life force energy vortex. Okay, that's what provides that power with this. Okay, then step 3, the breath retention. So remember, let's do it. Last step is just in and out. Like the rhythm of the ocean now. Remember the hands going in and out. Felt good? That was just round 1. Anyone got any questions? That was just round 1. How do you feel? Gives you energy, right? That's why that breath work is a yang energy breath work. It's not, you still feel relaxed. You feel your mind will be much more quiet. So this is what I'm talking about. Zen state with energy. Zen state with energy. So your mind gets quiet. So you get the benefits of a meditation, but the energy like you just had a fucking workout. Isn't that fucking amazing? You can get that in 1 minute. That song is called Life Goes by Yo Speed. I've actually got a playlist that I've been putting some songs on from. Actually, if you look on Spotify, look for DJ Kambo. You'll find a lot of my playlists. This one's called Kambo Reborn. Because I put them public, a lot of them. So, alright, we're going to do round 2 now. Okay, good. Good, felt good. Chi energy. Amazing. I love the breath work. So we've done a lot of techniques today. So you guys should be feeling fucking good if you came right from the beginning to the end. I mean, in an hour. That was 1 hour. That was 1 hour with me doing these techniques. Imagine if you had like a whole weekend, like I do when I do my weekend events, right? As I said, there's an 18-hour online program, which is all practical. Energy mastery stuff. I teach the Qigong, the breath work, loads of techniques, even neuro-linguistic programming and timeline therapy for the shadow work. Okay, it's 18 hours and a 30-day action plan. Okay, just check it out. It's on themindofmatter.com. Okay, superhuman activation and energy mastery online course. But there's a free, the breathwork we just done, there's a free course. It's completely free for everyone. Get it, do it. I basically just done it now. But if you missed it or you want to go through it in a bit more detail, because that's actually a proper course. So it will teach you like a bit more of the, you know, what I was doing with the Sushumna channel, the Ida Nadi, the Pingala Nadi. It will teach you a little bit more of the science behind it, and it will teach you about the importance of appreciating breath and doing breath work and the benefits of the breath work, like better, you know, more energy, better immunity, right? Yourself, this is actually how you vibe high. So people talk about vibing higher, but how the fuck do you vibe high? Well, you got to do life force energy. So your cells are vibrating at such a high level. Your brain waves are brainwave frequencies are vibrating at such a high level, because the actual waking state, we shouldn't be living in beta brainwave frequency. That's what the most of the world is plugged into. That's like 14 to 25, 30 cycles per second. Okay. Alpha brainwave frequency is a relaxed state, and I teach these brainwave frequencies all on my online courses and on my events as well. But alpha is just sort of like a sort of slightly relaxed state. That's what you typically go into with normal meditation. Okay, normal meditation. Even if you just do like the breath work where we were just doing belly breathing, that would take you into alpha brainwave frequency instantly. So that would be alpha. Okay, theta brainwave frequency, which would be like 4 to 8 cycles per second. That would be trance-like state. So that's deep meditation when you stay in meditation for longer. So that typically will take you at least 20 minutes to get into. So, you know, for me, proper trance-like state, I go into it in about 20 minutes, and then I stay in it for about an hour. Okay. So that's typically what I do with theta meditation. So there's different levels of meditation. Remember, there's different brainwave frequency states we need to go into, and every brainwave frequency gives you different gifts. So like theta will give you huge inspiration and intuition direct from your soul. Alpha will give you relaxation, blissful, peaceful state. Beta brainwave frequency is just normal waking state. That's just like every human being. That's what I prefer not to be in, because that's just fucking normal. I don't want to be normal. I want to be anything but normal. I want to be super normal, right? So gamma brainwave frequency gets you into high performance state, which is peak performance state. That's what I've been teaching stock market traders, financial traders in that industry since 2005, because I'm a guru teacher for those guys in the financial industry. I teach them how to be at the top of their game, but I use a lot of combination of things, sports psychology and NLP, timeline therapy. So these are things that I've studied over many, many years. So I became a certified NLP therapist in 2005 and timeline therapist as well. I became a master NLP timeline therapist in 2006. So I use those techniques. But peak performance techniques, you need to understand brainwave frequencies. So gamma brainwave frequency is like 30 cycles per second and above. Okay. So, and then there's high gamma. High gamma is where you reach enlightenment. So you're actually in an awakened state. So I was in a waking state when I went into enlightenment. I was walking when I was going in and out of dimensions, not fucking meditating. I was walking in nature when it was happening, and it happened every day for 40 days. So enlightenment is a waking state, because you got to see through the illusion. You got to be looking at the fucking illusion to break the illusion. You got to break the code with your eyes open, not with your eyes closed. So going within, that's a completely different state of mind. The way you break through the illusion is by looking at it, like Neo in the Matrix. Like, I looked at the illusion and everything in it, recognizing it's a dream. That's why my book is called Live the Dream. I looked at it so intensely, every little detail, until I totally resonated with the fact none of this is real. It's all illusion. Me included, you, everyone, every fucking thing is illusion. Because it's a dream. I haven't woken up from this dream yet. I will when I die. But what happened was, when I had that thought, with that thought, I broke through the illusion and transcended. So I didn't have to die to experience it first. I experienced it whilst I was alive. That's the difference. So enlightenment is a waking state. High gamma brainwave frequency is above peak performance state. When you're truly present here in the now and you're loving this, not hating it, and going within trying to get away from everything, you're not going to reach enlightenment like that, like a scared bitch. You're only going to find fear. Got to embrace it. Look at it. Understand none of it's real. It's a temporary dream. It's all going to be over one day. Don't take it all too seriously. Then you can really enjoy it. All right, that's it today. Thank you very much. It will be recorded, will be on the page. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, that was like a one Kambo breathwork framework we done there. So let's finish off on another one. Okay. So this time we'll put some music on again. Let me put, what should we put on in the background? Let's put this song on again. I like this one. So, remember, full exhalation out, then full 10 times, then full inhalation in 10 times, then breath retention, okay, and then rhythmic breathing in and out. Right, so anytime you feel a doubt taken over, fear taken over, do that technique. Just do it. It will get rid of your doubt and your fear, and you just hit it with some courage. Give you some courage, it will give you some confidence. Much love. Thank you very much for joining in.